Welcome back everyone to episode 4. Anyways, after grabbing our lightsaber, I decided to do a few extra things, but nothing really of note, but I was really finding it hilarious how my lightsaber was still appearing during the text block. But yeah, anyways, there's just nothing really interesting that happens here more than just talking to more people. Just talk to this person, go talk to this other person, talk to that person, go do that, go there, go talk to that person. It's just really boring. I don't. That's the more boring parts of like most of the Destiny experience. Is just like, go to that, go talk to that person, go tell them they suck, go tell them they're cool, grab this weapon from them. But here's something really cool. We grab and we get something one of the best abilities in Renegade ever. Wait for it, wait for it. We got the fucking drop pod. We can grab, we can grab and cabal our enemies now. So much poetic justice. And it's really good and really fun to just be able to, just cabal someone. Oh, it feels so good in like invasions and stuff. Like, no one expects the cabal to drop pod. I mean, sure, you can grab and use the discount AT-AT, but like, come on. When you can just grab and cabal someone in PvP, that's so much more cool. It also makes me sad that you can only use renegade abilities in renegade areas. I really do hope that in the next expansion we can actually use renegade abilities. Because, like, genuinely they are so much fun and so much to gameplay. It makes me sad when you just can't use them. I got very used to using the renegade abilities throughout my playthrough and when doing yeah. Also make sure all these missions are usually in expert mode, so I can grab and suffer more for your entertainment. Because I love doing that. Also mostly for views too, but also because of for your sick, sweet entertainment. I really have nothing to say for this mission because it is another generic to this is what you're going to be doing as for the grind type of mission. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it isn't as common in other Destiny expansion. It's just really common here, and it kind of makes sense at least because I mean, it is nice to get to know the mechanics you'll be doing, and also just go to random exotic and grab there for absolutely no reason. But like, it does really just, I get why they were doing this, but like, it kind of just sucks out a good chunk of the missions. This is what you'll be doing in the future. I mean, at least let me finish the story so I can grab and, you know, actually enjoy it. But I mean, I can see why, and at the very least, they're inoffensive at best, and none of them have that. Not counting my very own stubbornness and stupidity, at the very least, you can, there's no real penalty for dying. Everything you're not really matter by revives, there's no timer, no nothing. You're just kind of there vibing. So you know what? It's annoying, but it's at the very least inoffensive. It could have been so much worse in different kinds of video games. I played some different games, but yeah, it could have been so much worse. In the very least, you get to grab and use your right hand and your lightsaber and just have so much fun with this thing. Genuinely, I mean, look at this. I'm just killing everything, but just reflecting that I just refuse to fucking die. So because Stronghold also give you time to restoration. We also have to get to see the discount starter pack again, starter kit again. But as I was saying, the restoration times 2 is just like really overpowered healing, and generally you just refuse to die. Honestly, maybe I could have made a modified build using this thing once I knew how to do more stuff. But for now, but the build I am currently using after playing this expansion is at least it makes more use of solar subclass, and also using my throwing hammer, which I just love. I've just kind of said it, for instance, it doesn't allow you to use your your hammer. Because it's just so much fun to just bonk things with it. Just feels so cool. I really like that when we take again. I really like using the hammer of soul. That has been my main subclass that I've always used. Every once in a while, I grab and change subclass every here and there, but genuinely the most fun I've ever had was with the hammer of soul and just like the Titan solar class in general. It's just so much fun. Also, I'm kind of surprised it didn't have you do like a sample invasion or something, like a tutorial invasion mission, but like, it is what it is. And honestly, it just makes me sad that Bungie isn't supporting Gambit, because Gambit is just so much fun. I'm like one of those like 10 Gambit players that it just enjoys Gambit because it's so much fun. The concept's so novel. I mean, It's short, it's sweet. I mean, it's inoffensive as a activity. I'm just kind of sad that you're not getting any. They're not supporting. There's no unique mode. There's no good, better like Gambit Plus or something where like you can put your skill, your gambiting skill to the test, and it's a classic Gambit. I can see why because no one's really playing it, but it's really fun, and it sucks that it just stuck in such a primitive stand state Gambit compared to like every other mode, and I just hate it because it's just so unique. And I remember doing one of the first streams I did was like a Destiny stream, and to show some of my friends like what demos like. They thought they looked really fun, and honestly, it makes me sad that we'll never probably get any new Gambit. I'm sure we got new Gambit enemies in the form of Delusion Hive and like the Cabals from like the College, but like it sucks that Gambit just isn't being supported by Bungie. I get it. I mean, like they're practically a stinking ship right now, and they can't do much. But like, it just sucks that Gambit is has to be one of the casualties because it's such a cool mode, and I mean, there's probably not much they could have done, but a few new maps or something that would have helped. I really do hope we get to see something more done with Gambit. It just makes me sad though. I mean, I'm still glad it's still there and it isn't, not thrown away, but like, I just wish there was some more. Also, really sucks how it keeps getting more and more broken as go on. Also, just fell into a very stupid end, but it just makes me sad how Gambit has been being treated. It was such a good game mode, and I enjoyed it so much. It is such a fun game mode. I wish we got more game stuff. I'm sad. I'm sad now, but anyways. Yeah, I mean, I'm just killing things a lot easier here. Also, the only reason I have like the crossbow is because like, I don't know why I thought I was gonna see like champions, even though you never see champions in like in story missions or story related stuff. But I don't know. I would probably want to grab and test this build out in a more safer place. And I mean, the crossbow is pretty nice. I like how you can grab and recover your ammunition if you grab the bolts. It's pretty nice, and I like it. I hope we get more crossbow weapons. Also, really funny how hilarious how Bungie just killed crafting. It's just so stupid how like they made an entire currency for it, and they took away the currency. They grabbed and introduced this entire thing mechanic and just didn't want to be forgotten because now tiered weapon made it like so much more useless. It sucks. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like you can still use them, but I don't know why people complain. I thought crafting was pretty good at the very least. Sure, one of the ways I would have balanced it is like sure it isn't. Like seriously, the tier system and like the more adept weapon system made it just so much more balanced because sure, you could have crafted the good perks, but they weren't the cooler, more fancier, more stronger perks and weapons. Like, why couldn't they balance it better like that? But this is just me rambling and just to add more. So you're just aren't watching this in complete silence as I grab and I kill things. But I'm just sad that crafting had to go because it was such it made things grinding a lot less painful because you didn't have to wait for that one specific weapon to drop. At the very least, it could have been like you could have built like the non-cooler version of the weapon, and then you could have grinded the cooler version of the weapon with I mean, by that I just mean the adept version. You could have grinded that, and then you could have grabbed and while you could have had at least a decent roll, like for many weapons, like the grenade launcher from like the season, or like the season of the Saint 14 season. Yeah, it just never you can't craft it. So like I got shit rolls on that. So like I never have a decent roll on that, and it just makes me sad. It makes me sad. The crafting got just abandoned. They put so much effort into this, and it just got abandoned. It's hilarious and also sad. I mean, I guess it goes to show that Bungie doesn't really have good direction, and doesn't have like a clear direction of what it wants to go. It is trying to listen to everyone and everything. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, making game is hard, coding is hard. I would know that coding is hard. I mean, I've done a few coding things here and there, and I would just, oh no, it's not something you'd actually do. It's tough, and I respect anyone who actually grabs and goes coding because I cannot make heads or tails of that. But yeah, anyways, you grab, you do more talking here and there, and honestly, this is just boring areas, but I just say to keep them here. Just honestly, it's kind of funny just hearing everything just sped up, and also just really hate that we don't get any voice acting for like these characters. I would have liked to hear like what a Vex would have sounded like, and other stuff. There's many things I wish we could have seen, but yeah, well, that makes sense. There's time, money, and everything's of importance, and I guess this, at least if they had to cut corners here, at least this and not in the gameplay, because God, like the gameplay is actually so good in this expansion, mostly because of the Renegade abilities. They add so much depth that you never know you need in, like having extra heals or more offensive abilities. That's just so great, man. Really great. I like it. Okay, so I'll be honest with you viewers, I have no idea what happened to, like, there was supposed to be like an extra mission here, and there was supposed to be like an on like Nessus or whatever, Europa. I mean Europa was supposed to be on Europa. For some reason, I don't know if I didn't record it, if I deleted the recording or something. I'm not too sure, but like the recording just isn't there. But I mean, like it really isn't that much. You aren't missing out on much, because it's just me doing a bunch of lightsaber blocking, and like the only notable thing that ever happened there was that that I just saw like a nice little reference to like the guys getting killed by the Wampa in like the Star Wars episode. That's it. That's the entire thing. Like, anyways, I just set up the combat here mostly because it's just me blocking, but before someone comes here and criticizes and says like, wait, there's like a bunch of other YouTube tutorials teach you how to use the stronghold in a way more interesting way. First off, I don't have any of the upgrades, and none of the upgrades were available during this playthrough. And second, this is a blind playthrough, so the only thing I knew was that the strongholds were good with swords, and therefore that. So first, I didn't have any exposure to any good stronghold builds, and now that I watch some stronghold videos, I didn't have anything that I could have. There was no way I could have gotten anything. Like the only thing I could, there is no upgrade that I could have done. So this is very vanilla, very unsaucy. So like, also I didn't have any artifact mods. So like, there's that too. There weren't any of the cool ones, like the one where you like three light attacks and one heavy attack, and then you get those cute little swishy sword things around your character that does damage to everything. There was nothing of that for me. So like, there was no way I could have made this some saucier, but I did at least try using my other weapon to at least make this. Also, the only reason I'm using the crossbow thing is mostly because, well, I actually ran it like a lost sector. I was originally gonna grab him. Probably I'm gonna make it its own mini extra episode, but like I ran it and it was just really how stupidly overpowered this thing is. I ran like on like super ultra hard difficulty of the legendary lost sector, and like I just wasn't able to die. I mean, sure I died because of like player stupidity, but like getting me killing me that was a different story. I was just able to just not die. It really just like how this just makes me unkillable. So yeah, that's why this is just a bit more the gameplay is a bit less saucy. Mostly because, well, yeah, I didn't have any sauce, and then I also didn't know I could have sauce, but also didn't have the ingredients for the sauciness. So like, I just had to grab them. So this very vanilla, boring gameplay. But at least I did try to use something uniquely different and not try to make this very boring. Also, like, it's just very fun blocking shots and throwing to enemies. Just makes it feel very Star Warsy. I like that. I like that very much. But anyway, here's a more fun area. There's a bunch of enemies, and I really like this part. Mostly because this is the only other part and the only other mission where you, the player, we'll get fucking Toho here. I mean, sure, it isn't getting, sure, the Toho here isn't that extreme compared to, well, episode 3, but, it certainly does get bad at moments. Like, look at this, I'm just getting shot here again and again, and everyone's just like, nope, nope, fuck this guy. But at the very least, it made this easier because all the shots were getting reflected into the walker, and now it is now dead. It will be dead, but it dies very easily because, you know, I'm reflecting everything back at him. This is, I mean, look at this. I am getting Toho this so bad in here. Oh, just look at this shit. God damn. Thank God that we got the lights over here, else I would have been fighting with them out again. Like, seriously, this is official, but come on. Let me look at this. Even fucking fishes have guns here. God damn. But yeah, I just have to say that Toho has really good music as well as Destiny. I mean, like, seriously. You're gonna give the OST a fucking listen to both series, actually. Very good OSTs and very good remixes. That's all I have to say because we're now going back to the gameplay. Anyways, here's just more generic fighting, punching sort of stuff. There's nothing really more interesting here, but I do have this. There is one nice interesting thing here because I got the Cabal dropout ability, and it just feels so good to just be able to Cabal someone just like having just died because of a dropout. It just feels so fun and so good. Also, here's the one of the more generic that's the objective, which is defend the thing until the thing grabs and then grabs and does the hacking. I have to change my sparrow because I really want to. Oh, one thing I really do hate about this expansion is you just can't use your sparrow anywhere. I mean, yeah, I think that's been a thing since like we've. I want to say I have very terrible memories. I think it was like that fucking what was that expansion? The final shape. I think it's during the campaign, unless in very specific parts. And I think this became more of a trend during Age of Fate because I remember not being able to use my Sparrow slash hoverboard on Kepler, which really sucks because, you know, that's a very fast way to transport it. Like, the ball isn't as fast. Also, one of the funnier things I like is how there's little droid, the father shank thing, whatever it's called. Sounds like a discount RDD2. I like that. It's pretty cute. Pretty nice little inconsequential reference to like Star Wars. I just like how easy you can just kill things even on legend difficulties and like reflection. Genuinely so fucking hilarious. It's just so fucking peak.
Getting a
Cock, my favorite line, Cook. That you, hero? Blue? You're trying to use the splash shank to get in. Fred Bale's a step ahead of you. Listen, I need your help. Come to the command center, put your guns down, and I'll let you in. I spent so long not talking. I forgot. Better off when I'm talking to you. I want to help you close the deal. I can't involve you, Blue. You need to be a million miles from here. The vision wants you dead. Playing possum buys you a clean distraction. Bear and Six want to see you taken apart. And that's what we give them. Bill's still just a guardian. That means he's an arc. You remember the first warlord we hunted in the Dark Age? The prey through radiating Dark Valley. Oh yeah, his ghost was hot. We smoked the ghost out. And we run the same plan on Bale. I'll be okay. I trust you. Thanks, Blue.
something
And
nice.
here's something a
next
bit
time
more
you see
interesting
Rao.
that happened. I was never
Her
able to replicate this
disguises are
glitch
perfect.
ever again
Shut
in
off the generator,
all my time of
and
playing
Nightfall
it.
Station
I try
shields
when
come
I
tumbling
came here to
down.
grab it, get the screenshot
Go
for
on.
like
Drifter knows what he's
the
doing.
thumbnail. I wasn't
I
able to
think.
replicate the glitch you're about to see here. I don't even know why. Like I don't know if it was because I stood a minute there AFK, really just vibing to the soundtrack or something. Well, but you'll see in a minute.
Weapons on
Come
their
on,
way.
come on, shut up, come
We're
on,
all
move it
in
along,
this
Drifter. I
together
want to show
now.
viewers what I'm talking about. Come on,
6.
come on, move it,
I
Bale.
am yours.
I also really like how it looks very Destiny yet very Star Warsy. That discontinued that stuff. But anyway, here's the glitch. And for some reason, you could just push into the gate, but only very specifically. I was able in this very specific instance.
Understood.
I tried coming back to this mission and also to grab and record more footage of me goofing around here, but like, nope. I wasn't even. There was like no way for me to redo this ever again. I don't know how or why this happened. You had to bless the punchy spaghetti code. I wonder if they patch this in a future patch or something like that. But yeah, that's what happened. That's like one of the more funnier parts of this.
You've done well. Finish it. And the Imperium is yours to lead.
Cool it, kid. They'll get everything that's coming to them. I need you, Blue.
You always do. You sold us out, you wretch. Why now?
Survival. Only one play left.
I've saved your sorry ass so many times. This is how it ends.
I got no choice.
Please don't do this. I can still help you.
You already have.
I chose you. And this is how you repay me.
Never trust a Trajan.
Get me out of here!
Where's your ghost, kid? Where's your ghost? Where's your ghost?
That's all, folks, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. But also, if I'm able to get 100 subs over this entire saga, I will do this on my hunter who is not upgraded, doesn't have any fancy stuff. Only has the lights up classes. I will do Renegades live on stream. You will be able to see my suffering live.